eUnited is led by one of Call of Duty's biggest stars in Clayster. He is accompanied by another veteran in Silly and two of the most exciting new players in the game, twin brothers Arcides and Pristini. Clay's in-game leadership and the raw slaying power of Arcides and Silly make this team very dangerous across all three game modes. Silly is the only current member of eUnited who started the year off with this upstart organization. A poor placing in Vegas saw a drastic roster overhaul as he was joined by up-and-comers Arcides, Pristini, and Gunless. First place finishes in multiple online 2Ks began to roll in, but the community at large still considered them to be only online warriors. A victory at CWL Atlanta and a second place finish in Dallas quickly disproved that theory as they established themselves as a force to be reckoned with in Infinite Warfare. Additionally, a pre-Stage 2 trade of Gunless for Clayster has seemingly made this squad even more dangerous. Our first chance to see the new lineup on land came at Group Yellow of Stage 2, and it was a sight to be seen. They finished the weekend 5-1, including 2 victories over Stage 1 champion Splice, and remarkably, this lineup is still in its infancy, and Clayster looks hungrier than ever following the Gunless trade. Combining those factors with the talent level of this squad, it is safe to say they are a legitimate contender to walk out as Infinite Warfare's champions. And that's your look at another team's road to the 2017 Call of Duty Championship. Stay tuned to MLG.tv for full coverage throughout the weekend.
Going to get taken out by Silly.
They were like 7-1, ridiculous scorelines within 4 rounds.
And now it's on Silly. You've been playing like a monster, but you're pinned like a rat.
My greatest moment in MLG history, probably winning MLG Atlanta.
eUnited 1 round away from being crowned your champions.
The best thing about the event is just our first event together and actually being able to win it is just a really great feeling.
Silly in a perfect position here. One more player alive.
It's done, just like that.
I mean, you beat Envy. You beat FaZe, you beat Optic, you got through Splice. A very impressive run.
My name is Justin Fargo Palmer, and my gamer tag is Silly.
If I had to describe myself, I think I'm a pretty well-rounded person. Got a great dog, great family, great girlfriend. I'm amazing, mind-blowingly talented at Call of Duty, so. Well, my life prior to video games, there was no life prior to video games. My older brother was always into it since I could even hold a controller. I started PS1, Spyro. My friend actually hit me up to go to UMJ St. Louis in Black Ops 2. That was my first event. I didn't even know about competitive. Like, I watched it, but I never saw myself like getting a career into it. And we went to the event. My literally first ever pro team. I played Sharp, Nameless, Nato, actually my teammate, and Ricky. And you know, it was a fun time. I wasn't thinking like, wow, this could be a career. I just wanted to do it. And you know, things took off.
It's Octane shutting down this side of the map time and time again.
The guy is just shredding through everyone.
At the end of AW, when I switched from Envy to Elevate, people roasted me. I mean, like, they dug into me. But I joined Elevate and we went to Worlds and we got 3rd. And at that point, I knew that this could 100% be a career because it was only up from there, right?
It's coming down to the wire. LG just a couple seconds away. Luminosity will do it. And Luminosity will be your CWL Anaheim Open champion.
Octane is here, and he may be the best player in the game.
You've been a damn god, Octane. You've been playing brilliantly.
I don't think I'm going to stop playing voluntarily. I think if I just get horrible, I think I'll stop playing. But if I'm playing when I'm 45 years old and I'm still piecing, like, it's fine. I don't care. People always ask me, how did you become a pro? And I always tell people, it's just play your heart out, man. I had no connections. I didn't know anybody. I just played my heart out. And, you know, Methods gave me a shot, and then I got into the league. Play your best, put the time into it, and tell yourself that you want it. And you need to surround yourself with people that also have that mindset, which is exactly what I did, which is why I'm here today.
And what an angle from Octane. Can he get the kills now? Gets one, catches a second off guard. He's gonna get all three. Put that in your top 5.
If I had to describe myself in one word, unrelenting. So I get a goal in mind, which becoming a professional Call of Duty player was a goal. Once you set your mind to something, like if you're that type of person, man, you're just gonna do it. That's the way I am. When people think competitive Call of Duty, I want people to have my name in their mouths. When they see the greats, they name off, you know, Seth, Cap, people like that, I want to be in those names.
Who needs to play incredible on your team to win this week?
I think it just comes down to Priest. I think that Erad is just so influential. Like, if he does what he usually does, and I mean, like, he'll have series. It's not, I don't think it's a LAN online thing. I think it's just map-based and series-based where how he's feeling in that series. Like, if he plays the way that he knows how to do and he does before, like, we'll be perfectly fine.
I think our thing is just everyone has to play selfless. I think if that's not happening, like,
You could be in trouble?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe me, but it's like last event, we got second with one player going positive. Our team KD was like a .95.
So your key is Slasher.
Yeah, so like on one hand, the key is Slasher, but it's like he's usually consistent.
Somebody
not
else.
Necessarily to a level he was at season 2, but he's still consistent nonetheless.
I don't know, it's kind of tough with my team. I feel like if Tommy, especially with that ERAD, because he's like our main ERAD, so I feel like if he's just doing really well with that, it would help us a ton. And then if Pierce or myself or Ian can go off as well, I mean, it's just
you
hard.
just can't do good in search though, right?
Well, yeah, actually, I need to drop 0 kills every search, because when I drop double digits, I always lose.
Gunless, I feel like there's a ton of pressure on, just because what? It's his first champs, right?
Yeah, first champs.
And he's replacing Clay.
With the way the roster situation went down for him, the trade sitting on Anaheim, I feel like he brought a lot of pressure on himself. That's a tough question.
Yeah.
Slack is on a 3 streak.
Slack on a 5 streak.
2 from Slack. Jerry Berry, Josiah Berry, 10-6 is Slack.
My greatest MLG moment ever would probably be winning MLG Anaheim. I think that was like the most surreal moment for my team. I've been to many finals before, but to win in front of a crowd like that.
LG just a couple seconds away. Luminosity will do it. Luminosity will clutch up, and Luminosity will be your CWL Anaheim Open champions.
It was just surreal. I've been in finals with MLG Anaheim before, and I've also been on the losing side of it. So winning that tournament felt really good in front of the crowd, and just kind of taking that one home.
How's this feel? Feels amazing, man. I knew we could do it all year. The casters have been saying it. You know, we've been saying it as a team, and we finally did it. And to come up with the W, it feels awesome.
This team of Respawn All-Stars was formed at the beginning of Infinite Warfare when the trio of Slack, Octane, and Classic left Rise Nation and Looney to join up with Saints under the Luminosity banner. At the beginning of the season, the biggest question looming over this squad was who would take the leadership role that Looney used to fill. As the season progressed, the question became whether or not LG would be able to fix their S&D. LG made it to the Global Pro League with dominant hardpoint and uplink performances. They came in 4th place at CWL Atlanta, where ultimately they were knocked out by Optic, but in a dramatic 5-game series, they showed they were one of the few squads that could go toe-to-toe with the Green Wall. Throughout the rest of the season, it became clear LG was in fact kryptonite to Optic. However, Dallas highlighted Luminosity's weaknesses as a team. Winning 70% of their respawns was able to keep them alive, but they only won 30% of their S&Ds. In both Stage 1 and CWL Anaheim, Luminosity showed how much work they put into remedying this problem, coming in 2nd and 1st place respectively. They have been in the best fighting shape we have ever seen them in and could easily be considered the favorite to win it all. Now, after making light work of their pool in Stage 2, it is clear that LG is the team to beat. And that's your look at LG's road to the CWL Championship 2017. Be sure to stay tuned to MLG.tv for full coverage throughout the weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long day, and we're not finished yet. Welcome back to the 2017 CWL Championships, presented by PlayStation 4. Miles and Chance are about to bring you one of the hardest semis you will ever have in your entire life. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to take on Luminosity, going up against eUnited in what has been one of the most exciting runs thus far in the competition. Chance, where do we go from here, my friend? You saw that, right? You saw what's going on out there.
The crowd right now is so hyped. LG versus eUnited. It's the matchup people care about the most, and there is no joke. This is an incredibly hard-hitting match. These teams matched up previously in this tournament. eUnited actually were the team that sent LG down to the losers bracket, but now when they meet up again, LG, they look just like an absurdly fierce team. They have knocked out European teams left and right. Well, they keep knocking out the EU teams, and now they got the last EU team that's left in here, and it's eUnited.
Oh, Chance, you're a poet, sir. There you can see on your screen, eUnited. They just fell to Envy in the winner's bracket. My God, what a match that was. I'm sure you all caught a glimpse of that one, but here we go. eUnited on your screen. Silly. Of course, his first COD champs.
Yeah, and isn't that just insane? Silly's a guy that's been around forever. And then we kind of talk about the breakout players, Pristini and RC as well. They were actually here last year. They have played in a champs before, but still, you got to imagine these guys are fresh, and you got to imagine, are the nerves getting to them? Is main stage rough? Because they just took a pretty tough loss to Envy. The question is, how can they bounce back? Can they handle playing a really ridiculously hot LG? But, I mean, you can see the stats back them up. Obviously, they are fantastic. I actually touted them as I thought they were the best team at this event. Not the team with the highest peak, but they're good at, obviously, every single game mode. Then, of course, you look to the other side of things at LG. Well, their, respawn game right now is just absolutely fire, and we kind of been hounding them for their search and destroy, but they've been looking pretty good in that too, so they might have been able to bring it all together here on Saturday. And again, every match for these guys is more important than the last, and it cannot be understated how important this game is. And you just look at that S&D rate, it just keeps climbing up.
It keeps climbing, and dude, that's the most interesting thing to note about this team. Luminosity, they're respawn gods. That's what we know them for. But if they can round out their gameplay with those S&D wins, I mean, that's a fearful sight to behold. Saints, Octane, Slacked, Classic, you know these names. Household names here in North America, household names in Call of Duty across the world, and they're about to put a show on for you now. eUnited on the other side of the stage, Luminosity, they're going to be wearing the blue trunks. My gosh, Chance, I can't handle much more of this, man. I am aching to get into this one. And the COD gods have answered my prayers, and here we go. eUnited up against Luminosity. This is loser bracket round 4. This is the semi-finals. Let's kick it off.
And speaking of the COD gods, they have answered the prayers of LG as well. They gave them Retal hardpoint, and that's how you're kicking off the series. They have consistently gotten this map draw, and you know they're incredibly excited to have it. They are just absolute beasts on this map, and the question is whether or not eUnited can contain them at all. Again, it's going to be an absolute battle. You see Octane, he's getting 2, make it 3, Classic gets 1, and that is 4 men down in favor of LG.
Octane has been shooting so hot this entire afternoon. While some teams have dropped off, some teams have lost the pressure, they've lost that intensity. The Luminosity squad has done the exact opposite. If anything, they're getting more dangerous. They're like Saiyans. After every battle, they become stronger and stronger. Before you know it, they've got gold hair and they're flying and it's crazy and all sorts of madness. Octane 3-0 right now, 25 seconds of hill time and climbing. He's doing a lot of work for Luminosity. eUnited, they're not quite on the board yet, but you can't count them out. This next hard point is going to be huge. Low street, already eUnited is looking very red. Slack's got a thing or two to say about that over the top. Big shots there on Silly, and he's going to be reclaiming low street.
And you got to imagine LG, they're going to have that momentum. Of course, Octane, well, he's going to be on a 5 streak before he gets taken down. So thankfully for eUnited, I don't think the streaks are going to come in. But at the same time, LG, they literally just came off of another match. They just finished playing Splice. And of course, now they're going to try and continue that. They don't have to slow down. They don't have to miss a beat. They just have to keep on trucking. Of course, the question is, how much gas do they have in the tank? But so far, so good. They have a decent lead, but of course, eUnited in the hill.
Yeah, they're coming back into this one, but it's still 2 kills. Slacked and Classic picking those up. Octane's in hill. Finally gets picked off by RC. He's over the top. Underneath RC, oh my good God. And nearly gets a 3rd as well. Classic, though, keeping it together. He doesn't want to let this get out of hand too quickly. RC's has been a force of nature all weekend long. Pristini, the same thing can be said. But this is a big push now. They're getting ready for the next rotation. And Slack sitting high and mighty. There in Market's going to be cut down by Silly. Silly's making his way through. Can he take care of their next player as well? That'd be a very, very good, important kill. Cathedral now is just underway.
Well, Silly, the man at his first champs, how much of an impact can he have on this game? Able to pick up second kill as well, so he's staying alive, and that's at least buying his team time to get in the hill. Clayster, though, he's going to fall, missing some shots, and again, the nerves, you got to imagine, are going to impact every player differently. You see RC, she tried to do everything he can, but it wasn't enough. LG still in the hill. eUnited, though, they're going to be surging back in. Saints, though, he's prepared. Spots the first player, knows that he's, inches away from a gunfight, and there you go. Silly, again, able to come out on top. Octane, though, in the hill. It's going to be a battle through and through. He picks up 2, but eUnited break through for the final 20 seconds of scrap.
Oh, scrap time. Every little helps. No chance. This is time and time again. Luminosity, they're the respawn gods. They're winning those early battles. The rotations are sweet. And even if they're not getting spawns initially, the retake is so fast. eUnited, though, every little's going to help. They're going to get this time. This is Silly now getting ready for the next one, but as you can see, eUnited already in position. This is going to be huge for Silly. He needs to get in there, but Octane once again just putting a damper on things, really crashing the party there of eUnited. Classic now is going to be racking up that time again. Luminosity fast approaching that 100-point mark. There's going to be a player coming right on through. The steps are going to be protecting him there. Classic's going to get that kill. Slacked, picking up a few in the background, and this is interesting. Classic's actually backing right up. He knows those players are beneath him. Great shots, hiding behind the stairs. Can't find a second though. Silly. Big work from over the top now. Can eUnited hold on?
Doesn't seem to be the case. Octane inside the hill. He's able to get one. Pristini, though, is going to be there for the trade, so I guess you're right. eUnited, they're there for the moment. Slack, though, inside the hill. Pristini again going big for the squad, and he picks up Saints. That is the most important 3-streak we've seen so far. Not able to get the 4th, but he nearly takes the whole team down with him. And of course, eUnited, they might be able to surge back for a little bit of that scrap time. Octane, though, he has other plans. Looking over top, his teammate inside the hill is going to get some time as well himself. And there you go. Even if eUnited breaks through, that's only for an extra few seconds. So LG sitting very comfortable with that 50-point lead.
Oh, it's a clean 50-point over the hotel hallway. Silly's in position. He needs to win this gunfight. He's just a little behind there, but he's managing to take down Octane. That's very, very important at this stage again. Still no one in the hard point. Classic picking up those kills. I feel like Silly could have been in there. He could have been getting the time. His teammates have come back off spawn. They've got a favorable position. They're over on bridge. They're spawning by Cathedral. But still, here comes Octane. He picks up 2. Clayster and Elsa. Now, they've been taken down, and he's going to make his way forward. Hotel hallway now finally in control of Luminosity with 30 seconds remaining. So the first 30 seconds completely uncontested. Both teams just jockeying for position, and Luminosity, they're fine with that. They've got a big lead. Now it's finally going to change hands as Clayster makes his way. And he makes an entrance, and it's not a very bold one as he's immediately cut down there.
Well, RC is in prime position. He's got to stop the players, but he's on plat. Wins the first gunfight, which is good on him, but still, that hill time slowly creeping up right now for LG, but he's beaming for that second kill. The hipfire will connect. And that player's going to jump out, so he's going to get that plus 100 on his screen on the 5 streak. So, RCs, you got to go big. You might need to get streaks. It might be a necessity to even have a chance at winning this game. The question is, can he get him? He's 100 away, sitting inside the hill, and it's contested as well. They can get that player out. Might be a beautiful thing, but still, it's so tough right now. RCD's waiting. He's calling in the scarab. He's got players watching over top, and he gets the kill. And there's the plus 20-25. He gets the Trinity, now just 75 away from the varmint. He might be single-handedly dragging his team back into this game.
What a way to do it. 15-10, currently on a 6 streak. On the other side of the board, Luminosity Saints is going 14-9, and that's important enough. If they can get the player out of here and uncontest it, it does look like, actually, that may have been the kill there. RC, he's only got the Trinity rocket, didn't manage to get the varmint as far as we know, but he may be able to find something there. Octane, payload at the ready. Silly's just about eager to get about his FTL as well. And now we see Luminosity starting to creep away with this one. Will it get out of hand anytime soon, Chance? eUnited great at getting the scrap time, but they're not very good at holding on to those long points. The respawn gods, Luminosity, they are not favoring eUnited right now. And as you can see, here comes the next push round. Slacked, ready for the next hard point. In position, though, in the bike shed. Right behind him, Clayster's going to get those kills, and that's very important. Saints coming back in. See if he can't deal some damage. Clay up over the top, gets the shots in. Again, another big win for Clay. That's huge. Holding on now to that hard point. 2 in a row for him. eUnited now back on the comeback.
Exactly right. Very nice break. RC showing up as well. Again, it's a very tough situation to be in right now. Silly is feeling the pressure. Has 2 players surging forward towards him. He's dancing around as much as he can, just trying to play his life, and he's doing a pretty solid job as well. And there you go, makes it out back flat, but of course the hill pressure is not going to be quite there. RC's though inside. He's going to be able to pick up 2. Pristini's going to be there, and Silly gets the 4th. And the question is, where is LG going to spawn? All the way across the map. This is exactly what eUnited needs.
Oh, they got the broken side spawn. Now all that eUnited has to do is walk through markets. RC still has that Trinity rocket. He's not too far away from getting to the next set. Shots up, doesn't manage to make it work, but that's okay. This is Silly getting ready for the next one. Lower Street is about to fall again. Luminosity looking very strong, 150 points past. As the next hardpoint flips, it's always going to be theirs, and here comes actually eUnited onto the top of this one. I actually missed the kill happening there, so still RC's holding on. Chance this is going to go down to the wire. eUnited have still got a lot left in the tank. They may have had a slow start, but I can see this changing very quickly. Here comes the Trinity right over the top. RC's taking care of himself. Not the first time he's done that this weekend, but he gets slacked and Saints for his troubles. That's not a bad thing.
Classic, though. He went pretty big. He's able to pick up one, and of course, those market spawns were going the way of Luminosity, but a player on the flank, that's going to be Clayster, actually manipulates those spawns to perfection, and he gets 2 kills, and there you go. It did cost you your Trinity Rockets, but not only are you going to tie this game up, you're going to take the lead. Obviously, you got to give major props to Archcities in that situation. eUnited, without a doubt, making this a game to be remembered.
Oh, Clay starting to heat up. He's still going negative right now, but he's on a 3 streak. Soon to make it a 4, if you can find another one. But again, 162 now. eUnited have finally taken the lead, pulled themselves out of the depths. Classic now trying to make his way towards the next hard point, but he's heavily tagged. If he catches this player off, that will be a masterclass in not dying. Getting contested, Silly going to find the better of him there. That's a very important kill. Christini now watching the back. He knows the players are beneath him. This will be a very ambitious play over the top. Goes for the beatdown right in the back. Slacked. Will be dropped, and that's it. A lot more time for eUnited. What a turnaround this has been. Luminosity just falling off the horse here.
And you see Octane, he's ready. He knows Pristini's going to be there. Of course, Classic, though, he's going to use the camo to get inside the hill, and he picks up one. He's got players behind him, though. So the camo, for the moment, is only going to get one. That's going to open up the door for LG to kind of put on some pressure. And they are going to be inside the hill, but you see eUnited, the close spawns, but Saints going big. He's able to pick up two players inside, and he's going to get the third as well. Saints going massive for LG.
Oh, Saints keeping the run going. That's 4 in a row now. 250 away from the Trinity. Octane getting kills as well. Luminosity are back into this with a chance, with a vengeance. And they're not to be stopped right now. They've just taken the lead, but Destroy Building is going to go in 5 seconds, so it was time well spent. They need to get ready for that next rotation. And here we have Slacked over the top, watching those players coming through mid, over to Hotel Hallway. Arcity's down there with a Centurion. That's going to buy them a little bit of time. It's going to buy them a lot of cover. A safety blanket, if you will. Lovely nade kill there onto Saints. Arcity's continuing the run. The player jumps over the top of him. Octane comes in, and Octane dealing the damage. He's going to get rid of the Centurion as well. That's very important to shut down the payload. That's going to allow his teammates' grenades to have some effect there. They'll be shot right out of their hands in that position. Octane still keeping the run going. 2 in a row at the moment. Here we go, Chance. Luminosity in the lead. And this is about as close as a game can get.
This is where Octane loves to be. He's beaming people with the NV4. He's able to watch long lines of sight. He's going to get a next one as well. That's 4 for him. 225 away from the Trinity Rocket. More importantly, though, LG with a 20-point lead. eUnited, well, they're going to give up this time on the Hotel Hallway, but Bridge is going to be massive. But frankly, with how close this game is, it might be one of the rare times we see this end up at Lower Street, but it's a very delicate balance. eUnited, they can't afford to make any mistakes. LG are in control, but Arcities going big so far. He's been able to pick up 3.
Wow, Arcities as well, taking on all comers, no matter what health state he's in. And that is absolutely huge, holding down that position. Silly over the top, and he's going to tag up that player. eUnited now finally about to break 200. If they don't get rid of that person in the contestant, now they're only down by 15. It's getting ever so close. Bridge is still up for grabs for another 35 seconds. These players need to milk it as much as they can. It's a cash cow, and it's got their name on it. Octane still sitting in the point. 225 now, 25 points to go. Pristini has just activated his payload. Slack now trying to watch the sides. This is a huge gunfight now. We're still going. 230. Luminosity's on the rise. They haven't been broken here, and all of eUnited, they're spawning out now. They're spawning out by Cathedral, and this is huge. They can potentially, they can't win it on this point. They're going to be down by 1 second, but it's still incredibly close. Somebody has to get in there now. This has to be done. Otherwise, this next push is going to be all but done. Luminosity so close to winning this one. 247 to 202. Next rotation is going to be huge. eUnited are all over it, but Slacked coming in from behind. This could be it. There's a minute to go. 1 kill's all they can take. Clay with the armor. He pops it. He buys his team some time. Can they make the perfect hold here? Octane over the top. He needs to win this gun battle. Saints has killed Pristini in the back end. Clay, he's going to be dropped. And that may be all she wrote. But the contest comes in. But Saints says no. 250 to 213. The respawn gods live. Here we go, Chance. 1 map down. 2 to go for Luminosity.
And that, to me, it comes down to the camo plays. Again, it was huge plays back and forth for a while. It was Varsity that picks up the Trinity Rockets that buys this team the Graveyard Hill to get them back into the game. And then it was Classic with the camo. He bursts into Broken. He paves the way for Saints to come in behind. And granted, Classic only gets one, but then Saints turns that into a next 3. And that's where they get and retake the lead, bump up their time a little bit, go in a hallway. They're cruising right along. But then the next camo from Pristini, he gets nothing out of it. He crosses over the bridge, and yes, he's able to contest for a few seconds, but he doesn't get any kills, and he's going to fall. That's nothing for your camo, and that is absolutely not what you can have. And then, of course, going to lower street, you see the reactive armor getting used by Clayster, but you got to keep LG out of lower street, and you can only allow them to get 3 seconds. That is an essentially impossible task. That is asking a lot. So there you go. Again, respawn dominance, game number 1, LG. They're going to be able to take that hard point.
Still a lot of props to Clay for popping the armor at that time, and he tried to buy as much time as he could for his squad. Here is the map overview, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the tapestry that we will be painting upon here in this losers round 4. Crusher, Search and Destroy up next. Retal Hardpoint was a very closely contested affair, 250 to 213. Doesn't quite tell the full story there, but Luminosity, of course, the respawn gods, you got to believe in them. They're real, and they're doing their thing here. But S&D, here we go. Possibly their Achilles heel, possibly their weakness, but they have been in fine form in the competition so far.
Yeah, and again, just to kind of take a little brief look at that game, of course, the payloads were massive, but so was Saints. I mean, I don't know how much he got out of his reactive, but just even the plays he was following up Classic on were absolutely huge. That might very well have been the entire play of the game, right? Of course, major props to Arcees. I mean, out of the get-go, Arcees was playing pretty fantastic, picking up all the necessary kills and finishes with a decent KD. But of course, in the end, it just was not enough. And really, I mean, I think the most standout thing there is just it was Broken in hallway. Normally, hallway is a little bit contest heavy, and the same thing with bridge. But it seemed like LG was able to keep more control than you're used to seeing. Of course, though, moving into the Search and Destroy, this is kind of what we were saying in the Spice series. This is a must-win if you're eUnited. You absolutely cannot afford to go down 2-0.
Yeah, they have 3 lives in this lower bracket matchup. 1 has just been spent there in the hard point, and they got 2 to go. Obviously on Alpha right now, Optic versus FaZe. So far, Optic handedly winning map number 1. But it's all about eUnited. Luminosity now for us, ladies and gentlemen. This is losers round 4. Almost ready to get into the Search and Destroy. This is going to be pivotal for eUnited's survival. Forcing another respawn, potentially forcing to a game 5. A reverse sweep is entirely possible. These 2 teams, monstrous skill, and they can both go off. They could both turn this tournament around. Both have the potential to turn it on their head. The breakout players there on your screen, Pristini and Arcees. And here we go. We're going to start this one off with Luminosity on offense, and then we're going to roll on through, and it's a big push. All towards A. See all 4 players, everybody on each team has made their way through. Nades are exchanged. It's just a formality at this point. No one's managed to get a kill just yet, but that is going to be the bomb going down. Oh, actually, no, so I take it back. It looked that way for me from my end. I'm crazy. This is Classic. He's made his way through. He's found an opening. Oh, he's just overshot that player, but managed to make it work. It's a trade for both. 2 dead apiece. Arcees versus Octane. And that is a round win for Luminosity.
And this is LG's bread and butter. They like to stick up. They like to take gunfights. They appreciate the chaos. They have the teamwork. They have the reaction time, and clearly they have the gun skill. You get Octane. He's the last one alive. He has to pick up 2 kills. Doesn't miss a beat. Doesn't miss a bullet. Just completely goes ham. And again, the pressure that was coming on the A bomb site, all 4 players for LG stacked up. eUnited, they were a little bit out the back door and a little bit out towards bridge. They weren't quite there, just quick enough. But again, you win the gunfights, you're doing okay. And you actually see the snipe coming through. That's Clayster. He's going for that hover snipe over by the A bomb site. But if you don't connect with anything and you have the sniper in here, you almost guarantee to lose the round. He's going to have to do something crazy. You see the first blood comes in, and there you go. That's the first one. Looking through you, trying to get the second, has the EMC. See, kills getting traded out, but now Clayster, he doesn't support his team. He's forced to run away because he doesn't have a good gun. Able to get that first kill. 2 more players challenging. He's got to get out with his life. He has the sniper, but those LG players are going to be on the hunt.
Clay's playing this one as well as he can. If you can put him into a favorable position, if you can lay the trap, he may be able to get another kill with a snipe, but he's dropping the ERAD. He's picking up the one, rather, and he's going to make this work as best he can. a potential hero play now. He does have the bomb as well, so this is going to be a very interesting move. He's made his way over to the other bomb site.
And the benefit right now of him, if he's able to plant B, and he's going to do that right away, and he's planning for the garage, the sniper is actually an incredibly useful tool, to have in a 1 versus 2 situation, but the players are going to be coming to the back, so it's all eRad. He sees one. He knows the second's coming to the right, goes for the challenge. Player slides right past, and the reaction time of Slacked is as good as it is going to get. That's a 3 streak and a defuse for him. And that's just a round that Clayster, he tried so many things. It might have been right. He was trying to mix up the bomb plant, but it was just not enough.
More kudos to Clayster as a player. I mean, we have the benefit of seeing both of those players' positions. When he noticed one go past, he stopped immediately and he waited for the second player to go, because he knew if he got the kill on the second player, then the first one has to turn and enter his line of sight. That is such an incredible heads-up play in the heat of the moment. Clayster, 4-2 right now. The snipe play almost worked out for him. Here we go into round 3. Luminosity up by 2, but very, very early days still in this search and destroy.
Well, eUnited's prep for this. Clayster's going to spot at least one. You know there's some pressure there. More importantly, you see Slacked right now. He's actually pushing up the flank as well, so got to keep an eye on him. And, of course, number 6, Pristini. He's the guy responsible. And there you go. Slack's going to find him, come up behind the back, but he's not able to jump up the door. Does not matter. There you see, he's got the Scarab, he's got the FTL, he's got the first blood. Silly, though, able to shut him down. 3v3, the bombs are coming. Everyone's flying. Classic on top, 2v1, and there's your round again. LG, too fast, too strong, too good, too accurate, and they are going to get their 3rd round in a row.
You said it. Luminosity, they love the chaos. And in the words of Littlefinger, chaos is a ladder. And that ladder looks a lot like the journey to the lower bracket final for Luminosity. That's Silly on your screen. An absolute savior for his team, taking care of that player on the flank, but it wasn't going to be enough. Slacked is already payloaded. And here we go into the next round. eUnited yet to get on the board. 3-0 currently, my goodness.
And the aggression's coming in as well. LG, they're just going to let it rock. They're going to fly right at their opponent. They're able to get first blood. It gets traded out by Classic, but eUnited, they're not feeling this at all. They do not want to take the gunfights, and they are going to get out of dodge, but LG, they have hardly slowed down, and it looks like they're actually going to read this. They're going to wrap back, and Clayster, well, he's going to be there, but he's going to be in a 1 versus 3. He's got one player in front of him. Can't even finish that gunfight. He's going to get team shot in just like that. RCD is in the 1v3. LG stuck together like a pack. And again, that it's just dominant. That's what they like to do, and eUnited are playing into their strengths.
Luminosity, you just want to run as a bear pack, like as a wolf pack or a pack of dogs, whatever you want, something that travels in packs. Parliament of Owls, whatever the hell you want to call it. As you said, it's playing into their strengths. RCT's, though, in the 1v3 situation, it's so hard for him to get one, but he's going to be picked apart in a moment. And that is 4-0, ladies and gentlemen. We were criticizing LG for not necessarily being the strongest S&D team, and boy, were we wrong. A renewed sense of life, renewed vigor here at COD Champs. eUnited have really got to find something special here. They've come a long way. They've come a long way, and not like this. Still, as we go into the next round, this is round number 5. eUnited need to make serious adjustment. They cannot be playing in LG's hands in the way they have done so far, but this is looking like a rough start already. Pristini has smelt the danger, and he's backing up. All 4 members of Luminosity have now headed the way towards A. And there's going to be a major crash, but he's got some friends. eUnited now, the reinforcements have arrived. They're going to make their way through that one doorway, but again, this is the kind of chaos that LG love. How is this going to play out for them? As soon as the Scarabs hit, that's Octane weak. Here comes the push over the top. Pristini finds 1, Slacked and Classic get 2. Again, the chaos rewarded. There from behind, Arcees gets dropped, and it's now a 1v3. Luminosity are about to put themselves on map point unless Clayster can do something insane. And he's starting things off quite well, but that's going to be it. Map point. Oh.
And what's their plan? They know 4 players in LG are going to be in the room. LG always stacks up together. They send, what was it, 2 players that slid into the door, and granted they got first blood, instantly traded out. You can't expect anything less. And yeah, Arcees was trying to make a play, but for one, he's not there to support his teammates who are playing way too aggressive given the situation. Doesn't even check his corners on the flank, and a player for LG was just sitting there waiting for him. Again, eUnited, they're just playing straight into the hand of LG, who, of course, it would be a miracle if eUnited was able to get back into this one.
COD Champs is where miracles are a big ask here, but things can happen. Classic and Slacked have both got their payloads, and here we go. This is, again, eUnited walking into 4 guns. The 4 guns of Luminosity, and as this moment, Arcides is down. This is map point. A win here will put Luminosity up 2-0 and loses round 4. Clay's got bomb. He's going to get an arm down. As you can see, all of Luminosity, they've hightailed it out of the bomb site, and they're heading back towards the other site. But the bomb is at A. They're going to find their way back. But again, this defensive position, you can see everyone in United in. They're held back quite far. They're watching the flanks, and there's one player watching the bomb.
And they got camo, they have FTL, they have all the tools they need. They could shut this down here if they so choose, and they know where the players are going to be at as well. Classic with the camo, doesn't even have to use it. Slack gets one, Octane gets the next. Versini, you got to clutch the 1v4, and you can only get one. That is the hottest 6-0 I have seen in a very long time. In LG, the pressure they are putting on teams right now, they are just running through people, breaking them as they go.
They're leaving a pile of bodies in their wake. Chance, this is what it looks like when you want to make it to losers finals bad. LG, this is a masterclass. eUnited. What do you do? Well, you check your Twitter.
Yeah, you regain on Twitter. I guess that's the play. I don't know how well that's going to work. I mean, even that final round, they throw smokes in you just to sit there and do nothing, which is fine. I mean, if you're desperate, throw some smokes. Pray. I don't know. Just hope for the best. But Llama God's out of the tournament as well, so you're not having any luck there. But then the play we saw, Arcity just says YOLO. He goes on the flank and he just flies over, challenges by himself. No one for eUnited slid into you at all. They're watching both sides, but there's 3 people down the alleyway. Arcity just gets team shot, and then you're in a 4v3. There's just nothing you can do. But again, the hottest 6-0 we've seen so far this tournament, LG. There's no way they drop this, honestly.
Guys, I apologize. My co-cast is getting a little bit wound up by that 6-0. It's gotten a little bit hot under the collar, so we're going to take a quick break, throw some water over Chance, and we'll see you after a very, very quick break. Hello and welcome back to the 2017 CWL Championships here at the beautiful Amway Center in Orlando, presented by PlayStation 4. It is loser bracket round 4, ladies and gentlemen, and we have got a spoilie for you. Absolute hiding so far by Luminosity over eUnited, and as you can see from the Search and Destroy score, 6-0. None of us saw that coming, and those of us that did see it, feeling all kinds of funny downstairs. It was an absolute bloodbath. Every round, Chance. Every round.
That's one of the more heartbreaking things I've seen in Call of Duty. That is just... There's a lot of bad words for it. Abysmal, atrocious. We're just going to go through the alphabet and just have every single word possible. eUnited, that has got to be one of the most major collapses we've seen. Of course, we're only 2 games in. They do have time to bounce back, but I mean, the question is, can you really do it? Like, you just got schmangled, and now you got to go into the uplink, and then if you get past that, you got another respawn, and then if you get past that, you got to go into the game mode. You just got 6-0'd on. It's a tough road. eUnited, they've been in tough positions before. Can they do it again? I don't know, but I know LG has been cruising all day today, trying to keep it going.
Oh, keeping the cruise going. eUnited are on their last life here in the tournament. Luminosity on match point. This is going to push them through to the loser bracket final, and you know that the eUnited fans do not want that. Clayster made a team change, and he was pretty happy about that for a while, and so were we. We thought it was looking great. What was it you said to Hex today, dude? What did you say to Hex?
So yeah, Hex walks past me and he asks, hey, Chance, who do you think is going to win this game? Last time he asked me that, I called it correctly. And I looked him in the eye and I was like, I think eUnited is the best team in the game, but Optic Gaming has the hot hand and they peak higher. So it's going to be one of those teams. And now looking into it, after saying I think eUnited is the best team in the game, I'm concerned, but on the bright side, that's a good start, about as good of a start as you could ask for. Clay, well, he's going to be 5-0, has the dunk to his name, 50 off the Trinity, and eUnited has that 2-0 lead.
That's exactly what you want. And, dude, so far, so good. They're going to keep the run going. Classic's going to get the drone out. If Clay gets his kill, he's 25 away from his Trinity rocket, which is pretty big. If he can make that run, get another kill out of this one, so far he gets it. 25 away now from bombardment. He's in position if he can get a pass to him. Not able to do it, but RC is there to get the one. And this is huge for eUnited. They need to keep up this pressure.
Yeah, he gets the one, doesn't get either kill, which is just a bit disappointing. But overall, of course, very nice job to get that 3-0 lead. Prestinio right now trying to be a thorn in LG's side. Clayster, of course, is going to have those streaks in the back pocket. They're very situational uplink, and they're very difficult to use properly. Of course, a guy like Clay, expect him to do it to full effect. Of course, RC's with the drone. Again, consistently trying to go for that manual pass over the top. It's silly. Now he's by himself. He's going to go for that kind of hero play. Worthy, respectful at the point. There's not much more you can do in a situation like that. However, it is going to be LG's first chance on the attack. How can they bounce back?
Here we go. Push up through Lemon. Slacked is there. Saints running up front. Classic's getting the kills. The player at Lemon has been squeezed. There's another one. And when life gives you lemons, you get the drone. And here we go. Saints is looking to get an opening here, and he's going to be dropped straight away. So that's beautiful play by Silly. But Octane in position. He's going to be cut down as well. But we still have Classic. It's an absolute... what a super move. They managed to keep enough players alive, and that's a dunk. eUnited, that lead has now deteriorated, and they've only got 1 point in the lead now with 2 minutes 30 going in this map.
Yeah, and you talk about the streaks that Clayster got. Well, Classic gives an instantaneous response. Classic finally shut down, but too little too late. Again, got to keep in mind those streaks in the back pocket for either team. Still, though, eUnited with a small lead, but now the kills, LG, it seems like they've had just enough room that they can get out of their base, out of their spawn, and make moves with the drone. Successful last time, Slack leading the charge this time. He's going to get the first, going to slide out for the second as well. Going to get pre-fired, but still that drone is there. Clayster coming up big. He's going to get 2. Octane, though, trying to run it past him. That's the man you need. Clayster going big for the squad, 13-4 with the streaks, with the big stops. Got to make the big plays on offense, too.
Oh, wow, big plays. Oh, Slacked. Octane coming in from above, and that was looking great for eUnited, but now Luminosity have just found a second win. They're moving forward. Slack's in a position to get a 1 here, but he has the space to work with, and he's going to get a 2. Perfect coverage, and that's Luminosity in the lead. Things were looking up for eUnited, but now they're looking a little grim. 1:30 left on this map, and as you can see, Slacked, great job there from Clay and eUnited to take him down, because that was a power position if I've ever seen one. Now, all 4 members of eUnited working their way forward. That was a huge win there from Pristini to take down Saints in that position with an E-Rad. Classic fully streaked out. This is huge for them right now. Minute 15 left on the clock. eUnited have got the kills. They've got the drone. They're moving forward. They need a few more out of this. Arcides is going to find one. That's 2 dead. Drone still has been stopped for now. Silly keeps the run going. That's the drone in hand of Clay. He's good. It's up, and it looks like a clean one. Octane not in position to catch that one. We're tied up 4-4.
And thank God it's Clay that's finding himself in these spots. You need the clutch factor. He definitely has that. But again, you got to let it ride. It's still a team game. I'm looking for the Twins. They got to step it up. RCD 6-10 needs to turn his game around. Still, though, LG, oh so tough of an opponent. They are just feeling strong right now, getting all the kills necessary, but still got to push back this map. And there you go, RCD's maybe a little bit of breath of fresh air. Just went on a 3 streak, but classic instant response.
30 seconds remaining. And as you know, eUnited are playing for their life here, COD champs. 25 seconds left to go. This is a big attack from Luminosity. Can they steal away the lead just before the halftime whistle? Drone's out. They've got the plays. Octane's getting the kills. 2 dead for Luminosity, and it looks like eUnited have managed to slow this one down. 3 from Arcides, and that's how you do it. 10 seconds left down the clock. eUnited, they're going to press forward. They may be able to make something happen here. 5 seconds left. Can they get through the window? Up and over. They've got seconds to do this. It's not going to happen. And as you saw as well, members of Luminosity in place to catch it just to be safe. But a valiant effort regardless. Halftime, swap sides. Here we go.
Solid job, man. eUnited is not out of it yet. And that's got to feel good for RCDS at the end there. Picks up 3 kills. He struggles for the first half, but his team is able to rally around him. Clay making huge stops at the goal line to keep his team in it. But again, if all the players for eUnited can step up, this would, of course, it would be the first of many maps that they would have to win. Just to get back in this series and take it over. But again, you got to imagine LG, they're going to be feeling themselves. Arcides, though, able to get that first gunfight with the help of Clayster. Pristini's gets 2, and there's all 4 down. Pristini's wasting no time. He's flying through, pushing out the spawns of his opponents. Need to get some spawn kills as well. There's players underneath the portal. Clayster, though, he's going for the wrap, and it's because of the Trinities. Trinities have been burned by Classic.
They did manage to kill Pristini. He's immune. He hasn't died from them. The next 5 minutes are going to be so important for everyone on eUnited. This will be the most important 4 minutes and 30 of their lives at this stage. And Arcides is the last man left now on the eUnited side of the map.
And Classic is so good right now. That's his 3rd in a row. And he's the Ben. Ben the man making defensive stands for LG. Again, just a bloodbath juggernaut battle. At least we got ourselves a good game on our hands. LG in control for the moment. Going to be going for the kill. Slack inside to the top ticket. It's going to have actually a kill trade out with him. Saints try to help him out. Silly, though, he's going to come out on top. So that drone is going to be stagnant just for the moment.
Oh, stagnant, but not for long. Octane's got his running shoes on, and this could be good. We have a member of eUnited in place to try and stop this one, but we need to get kills out of this one. That's another dunk, and there we go. Luminosity with the lead. 3 minutes 45 left on the clock. Clay takes care of himself, using the Trinity to try to slow down that player, but again, it wasn't enough. A little too late, but still. 1 dunk's needed. As you've seen, eUnited, it's not exactly impossible for them. They've still got the time to work with. 3 minutes 30 to go.
Well, Silly's going top meal. You got players going over by Lemon, but they got to get this set of kills. Pristini and RC's opening up the Twins, going big. Silly's there for the 3rd. This has got to be a dunk without a doubt, but they need to set up for the spawn kills as well. Saints, though, he's able to pick up 1, make it 2, and that is the kills that LG needs to get. Still, though, tie game. Clayster in the back line, able to get 1, going for more. Finally, though, Saints, again, going huge, gets 3, takes him down.
Saints. We keep hearing his name. He's going on a 3 streak right now. Silly's got drone in middle. And once again, Saints slacked as well. He's going to be picking up a kill. Clay, though, coming out of absolutely nowhere. Saints has just taken out the entire squad. Like, all of eUnited are down right now. This is bad look for eUnited. They're on the respawn. They're back in it with a real hit. Saints now still keeping the run going. If you can get this player as well. Oh, my goodness. The lane is open. Classic's got drone. We could be seeing another dunk. Pristini's the last line of defense. He's got the kills. Can he find a second? He cannot. And this is going to be a second dunk within 2 minutes remaining. Chance. Oh man, we're coming down to it. Luminosity.
Exactly. Response after response. eUnited, they're going to have to bounce back. They need that counter score, and you can just see the number of payloads on board right now. Arcees, Clayster, Classic, Octane, Slack, they all have them, but the kills are there too. Silly, he's going to fall, but that's going to be that 2-2 split. Clayster with that reactive in the back pocket. He does not want the drone in this situation. He needs to get it to his teammates, but he'll be leading the charge. And you see, players actually through Grandma's. That's going to be Persini. He's going to fall. And Clayster, well, that push got stopped, at least for the moment. Gunfight, so going inside of Granny's. Clayster gets 1. A couple more to go.
Still, they're holding their position. They're not letting any ground go. This is Arcees with drone. We got Clay still doing the defensive work. Clay's made his way through. He got one. He found a second. This is huge. They got another kill out of it. The drone, the beatdown. He's going to make the dunk. RC's, can he land this one and tie things up? Take a quick breather. Put it in without any problems, son, because now Pristini's in mid-map, ready to get the next grab. RC's, though, still on this side of the map. Slack just picked up a team kill. This is huge. eUnited have a chance to take the lead here. If they can make this one work, RC is still alive. Payload's at the ready. Here comes a 1-point throw over the top, and it's good. It's through just by the skin of their teeth. 1 minute 24 left on the clock. eUnited finally in the lead.
And they're keeping the rally going. Silly has the FTL. Arceus has that overdrive, and he's going to get a kill as well. He's going to get traded out, and there's the FTL actually burned by the hands of Luminosity. So that's at least a small victory. But you see, they have overdrive as well. All these payloads, and of course, you know, Classic with that camo. That's who LG wants to have the drone in his hands, and the kills are going their way. Classic pushing up into Ticket. He's just underneath, going for the challenge, has that drone. He'll pop it in just a second. They might get some kills. This should be a dunk if they play it properly, but they have to make it work. One player on the defensive stand. It's going to be Pristini. Can he go big? He can't even contest. He gets one. He gets two. He's going to fall. But LG with a 1-point lead, 44 seconds to go.
This is it. Tournament life for eUnited. Luminosity, if they win this, they're going on to the loser bracket final. Pristini's got drone. He's moving it forward. He's got camo. 30 seconds remain. He's popped it. He needs to make the run. This is it. If he can find his way through, he's been jammed. He's at about 50%. He throws it. He ties it up. 20 seconds to go. Silly and RC still have their payloads. Octane has got overdrive to work with. RC's just been taken down. Classic. He's holding on. Silly stays alive. It was almost clutch, but he's been gone as well. Octane, he can grab drone. He can pop the overdrive. This could be it. They could seal it here, but no. RC says no. The 1-point throw is not going to happen either, and we're going to be going to overtime. No one is in place to get this one. And eUnited, by the skin of their teeth, by the hairs on their chinny chin-chins, they're staying alive for now. Chance we're going to overtime.
Oh, dear me, God. Slap me Silly and call me Shirley. That was an insane ending that we just had. Silly, though, he burns the FTL. Octane, he burns the overdrive. They were going for those clutch plays, but the defensive stops were nuts.
RC still has overdrive. That could be the absolute key here for eUnited to stay in this one. Here we go. 5 minutes to score a point. The other team has to beat your time and your score. Here we go, RCs. It could be all on you for eUnited.
eUnited, life on the line. It all comes down to this. OT on Throwback. A situation you never want to find yourself in. Either way, though, kills opening up the map. Pristini is going to have that ERAD nice and tight. 2 players right in front of him, and he's going to fall. RC still has that overdrive, but he's got to get the kills. That's going to be 3 down in favor of LG. Now this is their opportunity to get a score on board.
It was Saints again. Slack now having drone. They're going to make their way through Granny. Sitting on top roof. He's taking some shots, but that's not a problem. They're going for it. It's all in. Can eUnited hold on? It's 2 kills. He may be able to get this one. Classic. Octane. It's a dunk, and that is your time to beat. 42. Have Luminosity done it? Have they sealed the deal? Is the loser bracket final, the final stop on their destination? Oh, they may have just punched their ticket. eUnited now playing for their life here. 42 seconds, the most important 42 seconds of their entire careers up until this point.
And they have the overdrive. They can make it work, but they got to go big. They got to get the kills. 4 players going over sidewalk, over to bridge. Pristini, he's leading the charge. Classic makes it, and there goes the move. There's the pass. He's going to have overdrive, but he's going to get shot in the back. It's a fumble on the goal line. The drone's still down, and there still is time, but now they're just getting over-aggressive. They're sprinting in gunfights. They can't win. Saints picks up 2. They have the drone in possession. Now they can do whatever they want. Pristini, he's got to go massive. He's got to get this kill. He's got to get the dunk in. He's got to do a lot of things, and there's hope. He's coming up behind him as well. The drone's going to fall out at the final second, and Classic gets the kill as well. And there's the 3-0 victory for LG. eUnited, they had a great run, but they are going to fall short.
Heartbreak for eUnited to come down to a fumble like that, a mistake. LG have done it, and in 3-0 nonetheless. What a display. eUnited pegged to be one of the teams of the tournament, and Luminosity Gaming have just proven everyone wrong. Tears on the face of eUnited. You can feel it. You can feel it in every round. They have given us everything. Everything today. And that picture says it all. What an incredible series. Absolute heartbreak there for the boys.
Such a roller coaster. of a ride from this year for both teams, right? Of course, eUnited's perspective, they come out of the year and they come out hot, right? They look fantastic. Bristini, Arcidy's breakout player, and then they go against OG at Atlanta, in Dallas, and they have a lot of success and make themselves sort of household names in the Call of Duty community. They fall short. They have the drama with Gunless. They pick up Clayster. They go to COD Champs and just fall short of their dreams.
That is what COD Champs is all about. You can see the look on their faces. It hurts, it stings, but on the other side of the fence, Luminosity have just punched their ticket to the loser bracket final, where they will be playing FaZe. They will be playing FaZe for top 3. What an event this has been, ladies and gentlemen, and my gosh, what a ride. The face of Octane. Can you blame him? Chance, he has had a spectacular Saturday. I mean, and there's no other word for it. Spectacular is the word. My goodness. Here we are. Let's have a quick look at how this series went down. It was a 3-0, but what a storied 3-0 it was.
I mean, yeah, again, Saints, I think, honestly, Saints might have been the MVP of that series. Classic is, but it's tough to pick, right? A lot of players from LG stepping up, but at least in that first hardpoint, 1.45 KD, but he has the play of the game as well. He follows up Classic's camo into the Broken Hill. He picks up 3. He not only ties it up the game, he gives his team the lead, and then LG do not slow down. And again, you expect that hardpoint to go LG's way, but then you move into the search and just the animals. Again, we've, especially me, I've been critical of LG's search and destroy game, and I think there's a mild amount of merit to that, but then they come out and just put on a slaughterhouse level performance in 6-0.
Chance, this is the kind of thing that will be found on an adult entertainment site later on today. That was, it was too hot for TV. It was too much to witness. Again, especially because of a team like eUnited. We had high hopes for them, and that was just a rough series. An exceptionally rough SMB.
And then nerves, right? I mean, the nerves, you fall down 6-0, you go into the uplink, and there's potential. There's a lot of potential. You end up forcing the overtime. You play a fantastic game through and through. I mean, Clay was making some pretty big plays. And even Arceus, who had a slow start, completely turns it around, and they just have a really nice team performance. But then you go to that overtime, LG, they score in 42 seconds, but you still have the overdrive. You still have that potential.